This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 1897. 5 Rules for Being a Vital Vegan by Niki Bezzant with lesmills.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Hey there, welcome back to Optimal Health Daily, or OHD, where I act as your narrator of popular health and fitness blogs, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. So with that, let's keep this intro nice and short and get right to today's article and start optimizing your life. 5 Rules for Being a Vital Vegan by Niki Bezzant with lesmills.com. With veganism on the rise, what are the keys to staying fit and healthy if you're cutting meat and dairy from your diet? Being vegan is hot right now, as any glance at the news or social media will confirm. All over the world, people are abandoning their animal-eating ways and switching to a plant-only diet. Plant-based proteins are seeing huge growth and investment, and vegan-friendly options are popping up everywhere from the corner cafe to the supermarket aisle. A huge driver of this is concern for animals and the environment. The Eat Lancet report, published earlier this year, called for fundamental change to the global food system in order to keep the planet and its people sustained beyond the next 50 years. Chief among its recommendation was to significantly lower intakes of red meat and dairy. According to the report, the ideal red meat intake is just 16 grams a day, or the equivalent of 1 small steak a week. For many, it's just as easy to go meat-free. But the other reason for people turning vegan is that it can be better for our health. Less meat and more plants in your diet lowers the risk for various lifestyle diseases, as well as several cancers, and may potentially help us live longer. Eating mostly plants is a consistent habit of most of the world's healthiest populations. Despite the pale and slightly sanctimonious stereotype, modern vegans are more savvy than their caricatured predecessors. They know that to perform at a high level, whether it's in life or in sport, they need to pay attention to balanced nutrition. Get it right, and a vegan diet can keep you just as fit and active as a meat-based one, even if you're training at a high level. It just needs planning and thought. So, how can you be a fit, active, and vital vegan? Here are 5 things to keep in mind. 1. Don't just give up things. Don't just take the meat off the plate and eat the rest. That's a recipe for hunger and potential deficiencies, and probably where the gray-faced vegan stereotype comes from. Ideally, animal foods need to be replaced with quality, whole food substitutes. So instead of meat, chicken, fish, and eggs, protein can come from plant proteins, such as soy-based tofu and tempeh, legumes and pulses, nuts, seeds, and manufactured vegan proteins, like the burgers, sausages, and faux chicken products. 2. Go for quality. Although vegan eating has a bit of a health halo, it's perfectly possible to eat an unhealthy vegan diet. The food industry is on board with the trend towards veganism, and they're meeting the demand with vegan-friendly junk food. But just as with a non-vegan diet, if we're eating mostly processed foods, we're likely not getting the best possible nutrition. So keep the vegan burgers, pizzas, ice creams, sweet treats, and ready meals to occasional purchases, and make your diet mostly whole, fresh foods. 3. Keep an eye on protein and iron. If you're exercising regularly, you'll need good, regular intakes of protein throughout the day. If you're not getting it from animal sources, you'll need to make sure you're getting it from the plant foods you're eating, which is not difficult, but will need a bit of planning. Someone that was born genetically female needs between 78 grams and 130 grams of protein each day as an adult. You can get there by eating a wide variety of plant protein foods, including nuts, seeds, whole grains, pulses such as chickpeas, beans and lentils, tofu, and tempeh. When you're choosing alternative milks such as soy or almond milk, go for ones with extra protein and iron added. 4. Top up after training. If you're working out at a high intensity, post-training protein is useful. Evidence suggests eating 10 to 20 grams of high-quality protein within a couple of hours of completing your training can help muscle recovery. You'd get 10 grams of protein from a slice of whole grain bread with vegan peanut butter and a small glass of fortified soy milk, half a cup of edamame beans, a good handful of mixed nuts, or a serving of pea-based protein powder mixed with water or soy milk. And 5, consider supplements. You can get almost everything you need in terms of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients from a well-planned vegan diet. There's one exception, the essential vitamin B12. We need B12 for normal growth and development, healthy functioning of the nervous system, and cell division. A deficiency of B12 can lead to tiredness, anemia, tingling and numbness of the extremities, memory loss, disorientation, and even dementia. Vegans usually need this in supplement form, although you can get it in some foods that are fortified, such as cereals and milks. If in doubt, check the labels, and check with your doctor if you're worried. You just listened to the post titled 5 Rules for Being a Vital Vegan by Niki Bezzant with lesmills.com. Dr. Neal here for my commentary. This article was spot on. B12 is something that most vegans need to consider supplementing. The confusing thing about B12 is that there are different forms of it. One form is found in plant-based sources and another is found in animal products. The form that comes from plant-based sources won't help with preventing some of those longer-term side effects that today's author Niki was mentioning, like memory loss and disorientation. Luckily, B12 supplements are specifically formulated to mimic the animal-based version that helps prevent these conditions. The supplement is still vegan because it's synthetic. So if you follow a vegan or even a vegetarian type diet, talk to your doctor or dietitian about taking a B12 supplement. They can run some quick blood tests to see whether you're anemic and your B12 levels. And definitely ask about the dose you need. Usually 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day is what's recommended. All right, that'll do it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Wednesday show and where your optimal life awaits.